Hey YouTubers, Stick Figure Picker here, back with another sales report video. I'm thinking from now on I will end each week doing sales report videos as opposed to waiting for a certain number of items to sell each time I do a sales video. So that way I think it gives you guys a chance to see what I've sold throughout the week, and it will give you a chance to see how sales have been going for me. So, had a few sales on eBay and a few sales on Amazon. Haven't had a lot of sales lately. I guess it's because I'm not listing enough. So let's get started with the haul video. We're going to start with eBay as usual. Okay, very first item that I'm going to show you is this vintage Scholten brand Old Spice shaving mug. I can't even remember what I paid for this because this is old inventory from like last summer. So it had the Old Spice logo on it along with the ship. And it did have a little mark right here, as you can see, but not a problem. And then I brought my dad gave me this Ever Ready brush to go with it. Probably paid either less than $1 or around $1 and change for this, and sold it for $6. Buyer paid shipping. Not a great sale. I usually don't like to sell items for less than $10, which has gotten better over time, but you know, it was one of those older things that I needed to list and get out of my inventory. So $6 for that. Buyer paid the shipping. Okay, this is an item that one of my coworkers had given me to sell for her. It's a Spode Lily of the Valley candlestick holder. She picked that up at, I think, either a thrift store or a flea market for $5, and I managed to sell it for her for $19.99, and the buyer did pay the shipping. And here's what the bottom looked like. You have the Hammersley Fine Bone China logo, member of Spode, made in England. So she handed that to me to sell, and this is the first item I've sold of hers. I'm not too crazy about selling glass because it's one of those items that just sits and sits and sits and sits until someone finally buys it. I like to get items that just move and I can replenish it with new inventory. Okay, this was actually something I was really ecstatic about selling. I picked this up at one of the estate sales that we went to probably last year. We went all 3 days because they had a basement that was full of stuff. Unfortunately, they couldn't let us down there because of hazardous materials, like there was flooding and snakes, and it was just a mess. So I just picked whatever I could find in the single-floored area that they had open. So I managed to find this in a craft closet. It was pretty much stuffed in a bunch of drawers. I paid probably chump change for this, and I managed to sell it for $141.37. This did go internationally to Germany, and I was unaware of that, so I ended up spending about $12.83 on shipping. I wish the person that bought this from me would have emailed me and said, hey, do you ship to Germany? And of course, since he would have emailed me, I would have told him, yeah, I'll do it. But again, I shouldn't complain because I got $141 for something that I paid chump change for, so I guess I can't really complain there. Alright, this was something that, again, was one of my older buys. I've had it for probably about a year and a half and finally just decided to list it to get rid of it. I assume it's a cast iron doll bath. I picked that up for $1. I had it up for $9.99 or best offer, and someone issued me an offer of, I think, about like $4.15. Said, would you do like $7? And she said, no, because it's kind of beat up. And I mean, yeah, it is. It's rusty. And I just said, you know what, fine. I'll get rid of it for $5. I mean, and she emailed me, and we emailed back and forth. And she said, yeah, it's a little bit more beat up, and plus I have to pay the shipping. So I just said, you know what, that's fine. I'll just send it to you for the $5. It just gets it out of my house. So that was that. Alright, this is one of the items that I managed to finally sell from the dumpster from down the street from the house that's being renovated. So this is a bottle of Chaps Ralph Lauren Splash Cologne. It was 1.7 fluid ounces. I had been getting so many offers on this cologne, and it wasn't even funny. So I had been getting lowballed. I had it up for $24.99 or best offer. I was getting offers of $5, $7, $8. I think someone offered me $10, and I would keep making a counter offer, and people just wouldn't take it. So that's what it looked like on the outside. And here's how much was in there. I mean, it's pretty much half full, so there's still a good amount of this left. So that's why I wasn't taking any less than what I had on it. And someone finally made me an offer of $20 yesterday, and I told him done, and I'm getting rid of it. But again, I didn't pay much for it. I mean, actually, I didn't pay anything for it. But people lowballing me was really, really aggravating because I'm like, I mean, can you honestly see in the listing that I took a picture of how much was in there? And what's funny is the person who actually bought this from me asked if it was full, and I really wanted to say, did you look at the listing before you even made me an offer? Because there's a picture clearly right there. But they paid me $20 and they're paying the shipping, so that's great on my part. Okay, another item that I recently bought is this industrial milk glass sconce shade. Bought that with two other items, like an 80s dress that I just donated because I'm not going to ever try to sell clothing online, and it was like a little Harrisburg, Pennsylvania flood book from 1936. Listed this for $12.99, and I took a best offer of $9.15, and the buyer paid shipping, so that pays off the dress and the booklet. And it's a really neat looking shade. I mean, it literally looks like a construction helmet, I think, in a way. Like if you literally were to put this on a doll's head, it would look like a construction helmet, not a lampshade. So that was good on my part. So that's it for eBay. And then on to Amazon FBA. First sold this Melissa and Doug Magic Art Studio. I think I picked that up at Salvation Army for probably $4.99, and I just sold it for $19.99. Here's what it looks like. It looks exactly like this. So I thought that was a good find on my part. Again, I'm probably not going to buy this kind of stuff anymore unless it's over $20. So I'm not looking to sell lowball items because they're going to just kill me with fees. Alright, next item to sell is this Disney Princess shoe boutique thing. It was like a little cardboard shelf with 4 sets of shoes. I picked that up at Goodwill for I think $4.99 or $5.99, and if I had the rewards thing, I think it took it down to like $5.59. Just sold it in collectible, like new condition, minus the box having issues, for $34.99. And here's what it looks like. It wasn't new, but the shoes didn't look like they were ever worn, but the packaging was worn, so I hope they still enjoyed it. Alright, this was something that I picked up at my neighbor's estate sale. After I bought everything and totaled it out and divvied it out, I managed to buy everything for 76 cents a piece, meaning a chair, some frames, and a bunch of other tchotchkes. So, got that for 76 cents, this HP ink cartridge 3-pack for 76 cents, and I sold it for $49.99. And thankfully it was all new, and I just sent it away, and it sold. So good on my part. Alright, and last piece that I want to show you is another item that came from the dumpster dive. It's the Soldiers of Good Fortune Gold Edition PC for Windows 98, Windows 2000. So again, that was a complete freebie, and it just sold on Amazon yesterday for $34.99, and obviously they paid shipping. So that's it for my sales report for this week. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, follow me on Periscope under The Stick Figure Picker, head over to Facebook, check out Thrifty World and International League of Thrifters. All of the resellers that you see in our community are on there. They post pictures of the stuff that they find. They'll post their YouTube video links so you can check out all their new videos that they've been making. And thank you all for watching.